Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Here we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Hump Day. Is it Wednesday already? Jeez, where's this week going? I felt like it was a Tuesday this morning. Let's say hello to everybody. We got Devin, we got Arnulfo, we got John, we got Bill, we got Cheese Grate Trader, we got Stoic, we got Omar. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Omar. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you takes like 3.5, 4 weeks to recover from a broken rib. So I hope you feel better, Omar. Stephen, David, Jody, and by the way, I sent you an email yesterday, Omar. David, Jody, Richard, Greg, Chad, Robert, James, Whitco, Jean, good morning. Great. You have a great sense of humor, Jean. Brian, Mike, Tom, Sergey, Scuba Chris is here. Hey, Scuba Chris. I love these names. Ivano, Mark, Rick, Stan, John, Alan. We got Brian, Robert, Rihanna, Stephen, Gregory, Dave, Ray, Eduardo, Lloyd, Manuel, Jill, John, Soler, Junior, Illinois grain farmer, Thomas, Dave, Bugs, Brian. Yes, we'll get into that. That's a good one. Thank you, Brian. Frank, Javad, Stan, Richard, David, Penny. Good morning, Penny. Jean, Peanuts, just Jen, William. Good morning to you. With Delroy. William and I were exchanging emails. Actually, we had a really good idea yesterday. Next time we have a live event, and I think they should have the dates pretty soon for that. The actual dates. I think they already booked, squared them away. I'll let you guys know what they are. But maybe we'll meet one day earlier, and we'll go through like it'll be not my session, but your session where you guys will show everybody what you guys do, your patterns, your routines, how you make money successfully, and all that. Maybe we'll get together like the night before and do that. I thought that was a good idea. That's the kind of stuff you want to do live. It doesn't work as well um, over Zoom, but live it works well. I think we'll do that, William, because people come the night before anyway. Everybody comes the night before. Delroy, Next Gen, Richard, C. Fazio. Let's see where I'm losing I lost my spot. That's what I did. I lost my spot. Even I lose my spot sometimes. We got Delroy, Next Gen, Richard, Cifazio, Brian, David, Michael, Kurt, Deanna, Jeremiah, Yuri, Wade, Linda, the Sassy Trainer, Beamclay, Walt, Eagle Beagle. Thank you for that nice email yesterday. Very nice of you. Thank you. Jeff, Sharita, Mark, Jonathan, Donald, Genevieve, Duzzy, Henry, Dave, Kevin, Nathan. Good morning, Nathan. Wesley, Harold, Sylvia, Kai, Steve, Stacy, Rock. Rock is here. Good, good. Angie. Good morning, Angie. Always good to see Angie. Becky. We got RP from Costa Blanca, Spain. My God. Scotty, Naples fan. Matt, Dave, Jay Blazer. Richard is here. Good morning, Richard. Good to see you. Are you still on holiday or are you back? David, Krish, Ringo, Flying Ronin, Richard Feinberg. Good morning from Puente Gorda. JB, Kathleen, Michelle, Art, Mike, Don. Let's see here. Cam. Good morning, Cam. Bob. Good morning, Bob. Rainer, Peter, good morning, Peter. Dragon, Don is here. Bob is here. Nestor, Jesse, Sandra, William, Don, Mike, Art, Michelle, Kathleen. I think I got everybody. Warren, we got a lot of people here. Anu Kumar, Ruth. Folks, if I missed your name or if I did not call out your name, it's simply because there's almost 400 people here and I'm just going through. I'm back and married 30, falling back in love. Good for you, Richard. Good for you. Me too, Richard. I mean, William. And as soon as I get the live dates, I want to give them to you guys as soon as possible. So I'll get them to you ASAP, maybe even tonight. Let me make a little note here for somebody and see if we have the dates already. So I don't forget. Let me do that right now. Here we go. I'm just asking them if we have the dates because they threw a couple of dates at me, so I want to make sure they're ready. All right. Yes. Now, real quick before we really get started, because I do have a lot to talk to you about today, and people have been giving me really good feedback about the morning show. Um, please go right here to this little gearbox that says HD in red, or mine says HD in red. Make sure you're not on auto. That's not good enough. It'll put you wherever they want to put you. Um, yeah, I'm celebrating my 25th year. I'm gonna renew my vows next year, 25 years. 1080p right here. 1080p right here. Okay. And if you don't mind, if this is beneficial to you, give us a thumbs up one time, just one time, and subscribe to our channel right here. And that'll be the last time for now. I'll do that. Also, let me give you a link to the VIP room. Let me tell you what we're going to have on the VIP room today. Here's the link to the VIP room. Today in the VIP room, we're going to have I'm going to talk about how to manage these small caps that I give you guys in the morning. So I'm going to spend like 10 minutes talking about how to manage these small caps. In other words, where to step your stop loss profit target, how to play these small caps. Okay, I'll do a little session on that. I did a session yesterday on how to draw those levels. Today I'll do a session on how to work with these small cap stocks. Okay. I'm going to give you a lot of folks are still having problems understanding how I do debit spreads and credit spreads. So we'll do debit spreads and credit spreads on your favorite stocks. How to determine if it's a debit, credit, the risk ratio, the profit target, how to put it together, what delta to start with. A lot of people still have problems with it, which is fine. There's a lot of moving parts. So I'll talk about that today. Um, I'm going to talk about my favorite technical setup that sets up with the chart because you could be the best option trader, but if you don't know how to do one second. You just gave me an idea. I just gave myself an idea. I'll share a story about me and Tony Saliba. That'll drive the point home. I'm going to talk about B key, the biggest big key that 95% of traders miss when they do credit spreads. Something I haven't talked about much. And I'll give you some examples. And then Kane will stop by as well. Maybe he'll give us some gamma levels. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun on that. Okay. All right. Okay. Uh, okay. Sorry. All right. So if you guys are interested in that, here's the link for that. Here's the link for that. This is the VIP room link right here. That's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget, nothing good happens without customer service live. You guys don't know how to install your favorite software? Your lines are not lining up with mine? Who are you going to call? Well, you're not going to call Sal. You're going to call Cam and Gustavo. How to make your A-line scanner work, how to make your B-line scanner work, how to make your deltas work, how to make your lines work, how to get those frisky sounds that I get. Where to find my stock fetcher code. They know all this stuff because people ask them the same questions all the time. Hey, Jacques Cousteau's there. There he is. I love that. Okay. So I'll talk about all of that stuff today. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Okay. Let me give you the small caps for today. Survey says. Okay. And I'm not seeing anything really that amazing this morning, but here they are. We got the ones to fish today are this one right here, AQMS above 1130. We got XPON again. Remember, this was on our list right here. Ran up pretty good. We got it up here again. Only if it goes above 230. We got CYCN. I like this one, actually. If this thing can go above 540, And that's it. So we got AQMS. I'm going to write them down for you guys, okay? AQMS 1130. We got XPON 230, and we got CYCN above 5. What did I have? What did I say? 540. Oops. 540. John says LAC. Let's take a look at LAC. No, no. Volume is really, really low. I want to see volume above yesterday's volume. Otherwise, no, no. I need to see real volume here. Otherwise, solo candles. We need to see volume. We need to see something supporting this. Not seeing that right now. Okay. Now, let's start our analysis. Okay. So, and if you're just getting in here, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Make sure you say hello to Cam and Gustavo. Another one you want me to look at? JZXN. No. Volume is lower than yesterday. And then EZGO. No, definitely not. Okay. All right. Let's continue. You want me to look at that SFSHFS? No, there's no volume there. Okay, let's continue. There's no volume. Look at here. Look, let me show you. Look at volume here and look at volume here. This is nothing. I want real volume, like this. See this? Look to the left. Do you see anything here? That's what we want. We want crazy volume, like this volume, like this, like crazy volume. Okay. All right. So what's the market doing today? The market is recovering a little bit from yesterday. Now, more than 63. Yeah, LAC jumped. Yes. Reuters reported the Trump administration seeking. Yeah, that was part of the news, but it's not a major catalyst. It's not a large cap stock. Okay. So Plug is not a small cap stock. It's not a micro cap. That's an institutional stock. Institutions trade that stock. Look at the volume on Plug right now. I'm looking for stocks that have volume like this, not stocks that have volume like this. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. So markets are recovering. They're bouncing a little bit from yesterday. Now, I hate to say I told you so, but do you remember somebody telling me about markets cooling off and about mega caps and about mega caps going from here down to the 8-day EMA and about the SPY getting to the 8-day EMA? We're overextended. Do you guys remember all of that? It was just yesterday. Okay. And do you remember yesterday also somebody told you, let me just ask you this. How accurate? No, Plug is not a meme stock. It's not a meme stock. No. It's a medium cap stock. Yeah, it could be a meme stock, but it's not a small cap. Small cap stocks are stocks that have no float, that have no institutional sponsorship. Plug has plenty of institutional sponsorship. Okay, let's continue, folks. Let's stop. I do a pretty good job of screening these. Let's not do this. So, do you guys remember yesterday? Basically, what did I say yesterday that did not come true? So let's see. Remember this yesterday? The number of stocks making 90-day highs. We came in yesterday. We were over 200, and I said that number is going to go 150. We're at 151 now. We're below 200. No surprise here. The large cap stocks have come down, and if you look right here, you'll notice that RSP is now all the way here, still consolidating, still no breakout. If you look at QQQE, you will see that they're not going above this level. They're actually falling back in line. Okay. And they're not done yet. Okay. This is not enough for mags. Mags, now they could temporarily cool off here and come down, but it's not enough. They really need to come down. They need to come down to this level right here. Okay. They need to go into this area right here. This is too much. Still too much. Now, maybe today we'll see this type of price action, but over the next week or two, these babies need to cool off. They need to come to this area right here. Okay. All right. Uh, Fed data today. We have new home sales, petroleum status report. We have Mary Dolly speaking. Okay. US dollar. What's the US dollar? It's coming back. It's coming back as we expected it to. It's coming back. What's gold doing? Gold is not making a new highs anymore. By the way, that's our new VWAP, anchored VWAP right here. You could see how it's developing and gold is staying above it. I wouldn't be buying gold right now. I would be waiting for gold to come back to this level right here. I don't think it has enough momentum to jump unless the US dollar starts coming higher. So I think gold right now is going to be um, coming off, maybe consolidating, but I wouldn't be very bullish on gold for the next couple of days. Clyde said, you love to tell him I told you so. Well, Becky, was I not 100% right yesterday? Did we not see a sell-off in the mags? Did we not see a sell-off in tech yesterday? You may see some more of it yesterday. But you're right, Becky. He does. Clyde says, you love to tell him I told you so. Clyde loves to tell me I told you so. Yes, gold is a little overextended. It is. It is. Bond market. Remember bond market? Well, we're holding on. We're above this area right now. Hopefully this will start jumping again. Rodolfo, somebody here will tell you what the new VWAP is. I talked about it on Monday extensively. So the question is, are we going to start filling this gap on the upside, or is this going to come here? Now, folks, you need to keep an eye on this bond market very, very closely, because if the bond market starts giving out once again and coming back down to here, this rally or this bounce that we're seeing in the market today is not going to be very long fetched. Okay, it's not going to be not always, Becky, but sometimes, about 94.16% of the time. Wink, wink. Not always, not always. Oh, all right. So you see how we're right now, we don't know if we want to be above the 8-day EMA or not. This is something I'd be watching very, very closely today. Watching the US dollar. What do I think the US dollar is going to do? I think it's going to just stay in this range or start coming back down. I don't really see much upside for the US dollar right now because there's just way, way, way too much uncertainty with the tariffs. We don't know how the courts are going to rule. We don't know what's going to happen with the economy. The US dollar is an influx. And I know a lot of people are very happy because the US dollar is cheap, it is below par. I'm going to warn you right now, folks. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to go into deep explanations. But here's what I'm going to tell you. It's a dangerous slope. It's like a drug addict, you know? They only see one thing and they don't see the other side of it. Because this actually helps a lot of the economy. This actually helps a lot of our global economy, but it's a slippery slope. It's a very, very dangerous road we're on. You understand? It's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. It's something that we got to be very, very careful about and hope to God that it's very temporary because we need the US dollar above par or closer to par. Remember, the US dollar below par, less money comes into USA. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what you read, what you hear. America loves when money comes into it, and America hates when money comes out of it. You want me to tell you a really quick story? I'm not going to get into all of this, but I love watching my mobster shows and my gangster shows. You know when America started getting really, really crazy about the cocaine business? They started getting really crazy about the cocaine business when the money started leaving America. When the money was staying in America, they didn't have that much trouble with it. I'm talking about in the big scheme of things. But when money started leaving America and going to South America, oh, all bets are off. So I'm telling you, I'm not comparing this to Pablo Escobar and his. That's not where I'm going. I'm just explaining to you. America does not like when money leaves it. And when the US dollar is below par, that's a big, big problem. money's not going to be coming into this country. So that's a problem, and that's not it's not great. I mean, yes, it is good for imports. Um, it's actually, but it's not that great. It's not really that great for our economy. All right, crude oil. That's right, Josie. That's right. I tell everybody I love those. It cannot go into our party. Right, right. Yeah, I love those gangster movies, but I watch a lot of documentaries, and it's fascinating how America got really serious about the drug war when money started flowing out of the country, not when it was not when it was staying here. Okay, all right, all right. I just think it's kind of funny, but it's so true. Bitcoin. Bitcoin still holding on to the 100-day moving average. Folks, if Bitcoin starts dropping below the 100-day moving average, not sticking to it, but dropping from it, so far it's doing a great job of sticking to it. But if this doesn't stick to it, we're going to see the 200-day moving average. And if we start breaking here, I'm going to start shorting Mara coin. Obviously, once they set up, but we need to have tailwind. It's nice to have tailwind. Conversely, if this starts coming up here above this channel, this ascending triangle right here, um, we're going to be breaking above this area. So we're just going to be watching it carefully. But right now, I wouldn't be taking a lot of action on Bitcoin. My suggestion is also if you guys are big Bitcoin traders, or if you like assets that are related to Bitcoin, use this as your gauge. Like I use the S&P 500 when I trade tech stocks. This is a really good gauge for crypto stocks. Okay, this is better than the S&P 500 for crypto stocks. I mean, maybe not better, maybe just as good. Okay. Yeah, they are. It is, Ted. It is. It is. All right. We're getting a lot more people coming in here. Let me just say this one more time. Customer Service Live. Folks, Customer Service Live. Are you confused about something I said here? They can help you get unconfused. Not frustrated about something not making sense? They probably heard it 100 times before. Cam and Gustavo have been in this business for many, many years, and Jack helps them out too. That's Gustavo's Dobie. So please visit Customer Service Live. They will help you. Okay, they will help you. They will help unconfuse you. At least they could tell you, "Hey, we've heard this question a million times. Let's reach out to Roger, see if we can get an answer." Okay. And here's the link to the VIP room today, where I will be talking about managing these small cap stocks. I'm going to give you a little primer, just a 10-minute primer on managing these small cap stocks. Kane is going to stop by, and I'm going to talk about how to set up debit spreads, credit spreads. Your biggest problem that two people I'm going to talk about something that most people miss when they do debit spreads, something really, really important. And I'm going to give you several examples of credit spreads and debit spreads. I get emails all the time. The emails are like this: I get it. Thank you so much. Or Roger, I must be thick. I just don't get. I seem to not have a lot of people kind of getting it. I got a lot of people who really understand it well, and people who are just really struggling with it. So I'm going to try to explain it in a really simple way today. Okay. And I really recommend you show up to this session. I think if you missed this session, HG, hey HG, good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So that's Bitcoin. China is now. Oh, now remember that new anchored VWAP. Sorry, folks, my dogs are going crazy. I know you guys can't hear it, but when they start barking, I can't get it out of my ears for like 5 minutes. They really do resolve issues quick. They do resolve issues quickly. Good morning, Kevin. Good to see you here. Good. I'm glad to hear that, HG. Send me an update. I haven't heard from you in a while. Mark says dentist appointment. You're one of those blockheads. Replay. It'll be in the YouTube live tab. Okay, just like this video will be there too. So customer service live and VIP room at noon today. I'll be. Not only will you get a bunch of stocks that I really like, but you're also going to get how to do debit and credit spreads on them, which I think is really important. And I'll also show you when you should do a credit and when you should do a debit. And then Kane will stop by. Maybe he'll give us a few gamma pockets, right? That will be a lot of fun, right? So that I'm assuming he's feeling better now. He was sick the last couple of days. So we'll get an update on him on that. All right. China. China is above the VWAP, this anchored VWAP. So I'm looking for another run up here, and here's a gap. Here, let me. You could see it right here. This is an A line right now. This is an A line. The A line will confirm. This is not a confirming A line. This is a anticipatory A line. The A line will be confirmed somewhere right here. Okay? Somewhere right there. About 41.30. But if you're interested in Chinese stocks, there's a potential move right here. Good luck, Carlos. I hope it's something benign. Benign. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's continue. Let's continue. And Japan is making all-time highs again. Volatility. Notice volatility yesterday went up. Remember, I warned you that volatility was above the 50-day moving average, folks. It's still above the 50-day moving average. Now, I know 16 is not a high level, but notice we're not on here. Let me notice we're not on this side of the fence. And I'm still very, very skeptical that the market has clear path right now. I really do believe Alexander says Kane's view on credit spreads is different. Okay, I'm talking about my view. I think that's what I'm saying, Alexander. That the way I do credit spreads is different from how most folks do credit spreads. I think we're kind of saying the same thing. We'll talk about Naples fan. We'll talk about it. Let's not jump ahead. And I agree with you, Alexander. That's why it'll be great to see him there. How are you doing today, Alexander? How are you doing? Tell me how you're doing. I always want to hear from people from my background. Let me know how you're doing. Hope you're doing well. So be careful, folks. Now, I want you to write this down. I haven't asked you to write anything down yet today. I'm going to ask you to write this down. I want you to write down 1712. No, not 1712. I want you to write down 1707 and 1716. So basically the low 17s. Why? Because, folks, I'm telling you right now, I can't prove it to you, but I'm telling you right now. Hey, Hopiamatic, good to see you here. Ooh, Pupper for her surgery today. Oh, my. Oh. I think if we're going to go to 17, we're going to go up to 20. I want to see VIX drop today. Otherwise, we're going to have part 2 of yesterday. Okay? And how did school closed on Wednesday afternoon? Gotcha, Alexander. All right. He treats everything as a debit. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. He'll be there today. We'll talk about it. It'll be actually interesting to see how he would do a spread. I'll do my variation, and then we'll do his variation. He was really sick on Monday. He had a fever, so I haven't heard from him since then. But I'm hoping he's okay by now. But if not, I'll just do mine. If he's well enough to show up, then we'll do his. So we'll play it. We'll play it by time. I'm assuming he's okay now. It's been 48 hours, but I haven't heard from him yet, and it's still too early in California. I don't want to bug him just yet. So please, folks, it's very important to see the VIX today get below this or get back to this level right here, to the 50-day moving average, okay? If VIX up to 20, market will be down. Yes, Mark, that's exactly right. Hence, I'm very cautious today because we're getting to that level where if we get above 17, we usually see kind of like this is where I'm kind of going. If we get up here, we usually start peaking, kind of coming up, and if we go above 20, it's all bets off and implied volatility's high, and the market will correct, and mags will be at that level that I talked about earlier. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So please keep an eye on this, especially if it just sits here, it's fine. But if you see it going above the low 17s, the 117.15, it ain't good. It's not good. And again, I'm going to show you again why I'm so concerned. Okay, let's talk catalysts. We got a lot of catalysts today. Let's try to be specific about them. Good luck to your dog. Good luck. One of my dogs, I'll just talk about this while you guys type in the catalyst. One of my dogs, he's 11 and a half years old, Sammy. He's my little white dog. He's got really bad arthritis in his elbow. And we took him for some shots. It looks like it's getting better, but I'm really starting to get concerned about him. He's not walking that great. So If you guys know of any homeopathic medicine for animals for really bad, those kind of problems, please let me know. All right. So here we go. I do very well with debit spreads, mostly calls, but yesterday day was puts. There you go. Richard, Fed speaker, new home sales, crude inventories, Baba, Micron, Adobe. I got the Richard. You might have missed Japan, but I like how you're doing it there. You got the Baba. I got Baba too. You missed Amazon. You got Adobe. You missed Amazon. And now what's with the KB Homes? KB Homes? KB Homes? I don't see anything with KB Homes. Let me see. Richard, after market close. Richard, after market close. Jim, LAC. What is LAC? Lithium. Is lithium in the S&P 500? Folks, I just want to step back for a second. I'm not going to get upset, but we do this every single day. And every single day, I tell you, don't give me stocks that are not in the S&P, and don't give me stocks that are going to be releasing after the close. That's going to be a catalyst for tomorrow. Now, I understand some of you do it as a mistake or you don't look, but I tell you that every single day. Okay? KB Homes does not report till after the close. Unless we have a way to predict the future and know what the reaction will be tonight, we can't. It's not going to be in the market. LAC is not in the S&P 500. Look. All right, let's try this again. Yes, Jen, but you're not at that level yet. Good point, Jen, but you're not there yet. So how about this? How about Japan? How about crude oil? How about Baba? How about Amazon, since it got upgraded or downgraded? How about chip stocks? And how about Infotech? Let's see. What happens when one of the mag stocks gets upgraded and is up over 1%? It's an instant catalyst. Is Micron a catalyst? Absolutely. Is ServiceNow a catalyst? Well, let's see. All you have to do is put in the ticker symbol and scroll down here. Wow, it's an Infotech. It's not that hard, folks. If I could do all this every morning and present this live for you for an hour and draw up this much crap on a piece of paper and send you updates and give you small cap stocks and give you large cap stocks, the least you could do is this part. That's all I ask you to do. All right. I don't care about government acquiring 10% of LAC. It's not a catalyst. It's not a big stock. It won't have an impact on the market. I don't care if Trump wants to buy the company. It's not a big stock. If it's not a big stock, its movement will not impact the market. All right. Oh, CBD oil. Hey, Mitch, you know what? I still have some. That's a great idea. The stuff that you send me, I'm gonna give him some. Smart, very smart, Mitch. Okay. Make cookies for my horse with turmeric. Oh, thank you. I'll check it out. You move? Oh, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Can give clue on labor market. CITS? Oh, really? Let's see. Synthesis? See, that could be it right there. Oh, they did report. Are they in the S&P 500? Let's see. CTAS. I might have missed the catalyst this morning. I did. I did. Thank you. Who was that? Was it HG? HG? See, we're all talking about KBH and we're missing stuff that's really relevant. That's the burn here, you see? So imagine Richard's looking at KBH home all day today, like this. I'm gonna look, and it's doing for what? Meanwhile, he's missing potentially CTAS. Thank you. She got it. See, folks, this is why you're here to help me. Instead of me helping you, you help me. Thank you, HG. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want to give him any. I want to give him something that's not going to mess with his stomach. I'm going to do the CDD. I still have some. I'm going to give him some. Thank you, HG. Thank you, HG. Industrial stocks. Definitely. Furniture. Yes, 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 yes. Big time catalyst. No question. Before market open, and I missed it. Yeah, there are uniform clothing, work clothing. Definitely. This is huge. And I totally missed it. You see, we're in this together, folks. I'm not perfect either. I did not have that on my catalyst. I had Amazon, chips, Infotech, that's now. I had software, BABA, China, crude oil, Japan, and now I have CTAS. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. My friend has a 15-year-old palm and CBD oil and helped a lot. You just have to get the right dose. Thank you, Mitch. He's like a 14-pound dog. He should be 12. He's a little overweight. Okay, let's continue. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. I really like when people help me. Thank you for helping me. Okay, so we got our catalyst. Now let's go through all of this. Well, and I'll be pretty quick. We have a lot to talk about. So I have a lot to talk about as far as the market's concerned. Artificial intelligence, BABA, that's definitely one of our catalysts, China and BABA. Boosts spending, upbeat forecast on Micron, very, very nice. Shares of BABA surged over 9%. Folks, be careful with ATRs. They gap a lot. Do you know why they gap a lot? Because they trade in the other country while we're sleeping here, and you're seeing that gap from overnight. So you got to be careful with ADRs because they trade in another country. You understand that? We're just getting the overnight session. That's what we're getting here. Uh, if you don't understand what I just said right now, make a note, and I'll touch on it again in the VIP room. It's important to understand why they gap. Okay, Micron rose over 1% after the largest U.S. maker of computer memory chip posted upbeat results. The Max 7, Amazon, Nvidia yesterday, VST was dropping yesterday. I think that's a nuclear stock. Excuse me, nuclear stock. McKesson climbed over 6%. Healthcare was pretty strong yesterday. Remember, I told you two stocks, two healthcare stocks were my A lines yesterday. Actually, UNH and HCA. I gave you two A lines yesterday. As far as data today, yesterday, global manufacturing fell. Not great, but the number wasn't really that low. Okay, the number was not that low. Yeah, you had it, John. Thank you for doing that. Yes, I think you're right, Sassy Trainer. I think he needs to go on a little diet. I'm going to bring him up here one of these days, have you meet Sammy, and I'm going to slap that belly of his. Jerome Powell said on Tuesday that risk remains for both the labor market. Do you remember what I said to you that what Powell was saying during his meeting last time? He spent 90 minutes saying the following. We have a problem we've never seen before. Labor market's out of control. Inflation's out of control. It's a dual mandate, and we don't know how we're going to deal with it. That's all he had to say. He spent 90 minutes telling you that. 90 minutes. I'm jealous. I wish I could speak. I wish I could talk about nothing for 90 minutes. I have to develop this skill. Anyway, remains for the labor market and inflation, reiterating the policymakers face a difficult path ahead. Yeah, because this is the if they go here, this gets worse. If they go here, this gets worse. It's a double whammy. It's a very, very interesting situation. Hey, that's great, Cam. Cam is going to kick off Alpha Zone Pro, which I think is fantastic. Let me give you a link, Cam. Folks, if you want to learn more about Alpha Zone Pro, this is the link for customer service live right there. Okay. Jerome Powell, near-term risk of inflation are tilted to the upside and risk to the employment to the downside. I challenge you. This is all he had to say at the meeting last time. He spent 90 minutes saying this. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. All right. Chicago, Goolsby said policymakers should remain cautious about further rate cuts. I'm pretty certain about October, but I'm not certain about December, folks. I'm having really second doubts about December. I really am. Bostic echoed remarks from his Chicago counterpart, same thing, anticipating more inflation. Bowman said now that we have seen many months of deteriorating labor market, it's time for FOMC to act accordingly and proactively to address decreasing labor market and emerging sign of fragility. This is not looking great for us. I'm just giving you heads up. Well, I just don't know how you could. He actually had something to say right here. This is what he said. He's just telling us exactly what he said. And this is exactly what he said. Now, I was able to summarize this for you in the Telegram channel in like one sentence, maybe a little paragraph, but that's it. 90 minutes he spent explaining this. 90 minutes. I was counting. I was shocked. 94% chance that they're going to lower rates in October. But again, I haven't seen the number. Kane has these. I'll ask him today. Kane has this. I'm going to ask him what the odds are for. I'm curious if it's over 50% right now. If I had to put my money on it, I would say it's about 70, 60, 70%. But I'm having second thoughts about December. New home sales data will be released. I'm not expecting the numbers to be at 10 o'clock. We don't really have anything major till 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm expecting to do some trading today. We got crude oil inventories today. Market participants are going to be listening to Mari Dali. She's pretty liberal about things, and she's not really talking till after market hours. So that's not really going to be a catalyst. I thought it was going to be a catalyst. I wrote it as a catalyst, but I just realized it's going to be after market hours. So she's not going to be a catalyst. Okay. Tomorrow we have GDP. Remember, this is a revision. This is a third revision. So it's not going to be as meaningful. Jobless claims will be important. Durable goods will be important. And then the big one will be Friday. And then we do have Fed speakers and consumer sentiment. Okay. So folks, I want to show you something right now. Again, I hate to say I told you so. Do you see this number right here? Do you see this number? Do you remember what I told you exactly 24 hours ago when this was above 200? I said, I'm expecting the number to be below 200. We're now below 200. Only 151 stocks. Now, look at 20-day high. I want to show you something. This yesterday was a 292. Remember in the morning? And I told you it's going to go into the 150s, 160s, 168. So we had 292 stocks making a 1-month high yesterday coming into the session. Today, we only have 168. That's almost half as many. I went over and over this yesterday. I went over this like 10 times yesterday. I specifically used the 1-month high. I said, well, look, folks, we're almost at 300. Every time we get to 350. Why? Because we keep having these damn sector rotations that last 3 days instead of 3 months. So let's see how things are looking right now. Semiconductors, technology, Russell, and then all of a sudden you have utilities. And then you have QQQ here, which is great, and then you have the Dow Jones. And then Bitcoin is here, home builders is here, consumer discretionaries all the way at the bottom, and communications here. By the way, the strongest sectors for the last year have been communication and consumer discretionary. You could see that right here. Where's my graph? Here it is. Infotech and communication services. Actually, consumer discretionary is right here. Sorry, first and third strongest sector. I apologize. So where's technology? Where's tech? Technology is still good because of semiconductors. Hard tech is good. Small caps are good. This is bad. This is a red flag right here. This is a red flag right here. That's a red flag right here. All of these are in the upper percentages. What's in the lower? Retail, communication services, mid caps, consumer discretionary, home builders. Not that great. So we're kind of struggling right now. And folks, if you're just coming in here, please make sure I'm about to get into charts. So you want to make sure you watch this really closely. You want to make sure you're at 1080p like I am. See how I was in auto this morning and I switched to 1080? You want to switch to 1080? And if this is beneficial to you, please give us one thumbs up. Only once. See, I gave myself one extra. I took it off. I gave myself one and put it back on. All right, let's come back here. Please, please, please do that. From what I understand, it helps our ranking and gets more people to view this. Look at that. We got almost 681 people here. We get over 700 people here now daily, and it's still a quiet time. The bond market. Let's see what the bond market's not doing anything. The bond market's been cooling off. Bond market doesn't look like it's in a hurry to break this level, is it? No, no, not at all. That's not a bullish sign. Not a bullish sign. Okay. So, folks, I want to show you something. Yesterday, I specifically went here because I wanted to make a point, and I wanted you to see how many stocks were overextended coming into yesterday's session. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing today. I want to show you this because a lot of stocks are still way, 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 way overextended. They're they're above this level right here. Look. So I'm just gonna, you see this green bar right here? So I'm just gonna give you a little taste of this. So look at this, RGTI. Look where it started crossing the line, the green line. It's been way, way overbought. Look at MAGs right now. Remember they were over, and I said it's going to be a couple of days. And I said I was laughing yesterday. I was going to say people said it's going to be different this time. It's not. Overextended, up, 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 and then look, we're now back into this, and this is at the low of the day. Low of the last overnight session. We're at the low right now, not the high. Opened up right here and got slammed. Open. So look, I want to show you this. You see this little area right here? This is really, really, no, this is really, 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 really important. So listen and listen good. You're not going to get this anywhere, okay? You see this right here? See this little area right here, right there? That's this. Look how hard, when it hit this, look how fast and hard it sold off. You see this high right here? That's this area right here. Look at this wick. Look how hard and fat. Look where all the meat of the move is. Okay? See this right here? This bar right here? That's this move right here. Right here. Oh, sorry, right here. Right there. And then this is right here. So every time it gets above this area, it gets pow. It gets hit really hard. It gets hit really hard. Look how boom, boom. See that? See that? This is yesterday. And don't say I didn't tell you so, because boy, oh boy, did I tell you this was going to happen. And it did yesterday. And I saved a lot of you a lot of money yesterday as a result. We're almost at the 8-day EMA. And again, overnight, it tried to rally again right here. And what happened? The same thing that happened right here. See that? Look on the left. Smackdown. Smackdown right here. Smackdown right there. Right there. Smackdown right there. Look on the left side. Right here. This little area. And the same thing happened when we came up here overnight. Be careful. We're getting overextended. So look at now at, for example, look at the stock RGTI. This thing is so overextended. It's been overextended now for 5 days. But this is where I'm going with this. So this is my 90-day high list. This is where I look at my stocks. Overextended, $9. Overextended, $5. Overextended, $7. Overextended, not overextended, overextended, slightly overextended, overextended, not overextended, overextended. What am I showing you when I'm showing you my watch list? What is almost every stock doing? It's overextended. It's overextended. QQQ. What happened to QQQ last 2 days here? Right there. Right there. And right there. Every time it comes up here, gets knocked down. That's the mega caps talking, folks. And what is QQQ getting? Are the smaller stocks getting any love? No. Look where the smallers are. See, every time it comes up here, look at this area right here. Okay. I'm going to put my cursor here, but you look to the left. You see these wicks? See where that is right here? It doesn't like these areas up here. It keeps telling us it wants to go down. We weren't able to get any market cap from MAGs into QQQE yesterday, as you could see right here. They both went down. Did money go into the RSP? It sure as heck didn't. And again, what happens when we come to these areas right here? We get knocked down. Do you see how granular I'm getting with you guys? We're overextended. We're way, way overextended. Not all stocks, but a lot of stocks are becoming overextended. Okay. When I see some action, Rock, when I see some action, haven't seen any action as a result. And Trump has gone back and forth on that a few times. I'm hoping, I pray to God, it would make me very happy if he did that. But I want to see it to believe it. Okay, so we're overextended. Levels. Let me give you guys levels right now. These levels are still good. There's nothing wrong with these levels. They're actually really good right here. I'm going to add something to it right here. These levels are actually good. There's nothing wrong with these levels. And boy, oh boy, did they really like my levels. Okay, I'm gonna post this for you guys, okay? I'm trying to be really granular with you and I'm trying to be really specific. Let me ask you guys, are you guys getting benefit out of this? Because I kind of know this stuff. I just want to make sure you guys are getting benefit out of it. All right, let's go to QQQ. Boy, look how well it guys, let me show you this. We drew these levels yesterday. Okay? We drew these levels yesterday. Um, Richard, send me an email. I'll help you. I'll help you get that done. Send me an email. Okay? Send me an email. Folks, remember yesterday I gave you levels? This is from yesterday. 1, 2, 3. Look how well it hits these levels. Look how well it hits these levels. Look how well it hits these levels. I'm not going to touch anything because they're perfect from yesterday. So I'm just going to resend this to you. I wouldn't be able to do a better job, to be honest with you. And I don't have to do anything. Here, QQQ levels. QQQ levels for today. Let's see what people have to say for themselves. No problem, Richard. Just send me an email. It may take me a couple hours to get back to you. I'm a little backed up, but I'll get back to you. All right. People like it. All right. Absolutely. All right. Good. Good, good, good. All right. All right. Good morning, Art. Good morning, Jeff, David, Richard. Thank you, guys. Nice, Alan. So happy to see that. So let me just post this somewhere here in testimony. I always answer my emails. I love you guys. Why wouldn't I answer my emails? So that's the QQQ levels. You guys are awesome. Why wouldn't I answer my emails? Hey, there's one more level I want to add here, and that's right here. So let me resend this to you. I love doing this. If I could, I'd spend all day with you guys. Here, Okay, there's the revised. Let me give you SMH. Look at that. Almost there. Oh, wow. Look at this. Hit this level down to a tick yesterday. And by the way, I have not touched this since yesterday morning. I have not. This is from yesterday. So I'm going to have to add a couple of things here. Right. Mhm. Otherwise, looks great. Look at that. Very few modifications I have to do. And I gave you a full lesson yesterday of how to draw these levels yourself. I gave you a full step-by-step outline, and I gave you a sheet, a worksheet. Okay. Did you guys all get the worksheet? And let me give you IWM too. Wow. Look at this, folks. This is from yesterday. Look at that. I got to say, my levels are pretty damn good. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty good. Got to add another one right here. I got to say, I still got it. Good. All right. Oops. Doing this every day with you guys definitely helps. Okay. Okay. It's, here you go. And that's IWM. All right. That's the levels for that. No, I'm not going to talk about Fibonacci. No. What I will do is I'll give you that sheet that I made yesterday because I'm a nice guy. I think I'm a nice guy. Here, here, guys. If this is how I draw the levels, okay? Pretty much. Here's the worksheet right here. I just posted it for you, okay? And I'm going to post it on the Telegram channel too. How about that? There's your there's the worksheet, okay? I posted it for you too. It is very, very, very good stuff. Yeah, there's the worksheet. You guys have the worksheet right there. Okay. All right. So I still believe small caps are looking fine. I still believe the mags are grossly over. Um, I think this needs to come down all the way to this line at least, which by the way would put it in oversold territory right here, 1.5 below. So this line really has two meanings right here, and that's a 1.5 standard deviation from up to down, which would give it clarity. And they both are exactly at the same level. Look at that. I wasn't trying to do that; it just happens to be, which means that this level even has more uh, stuff going on. If you look at RSP, folks, again, we haven't gotten anywhere. One of the reasons why we haven't had a lot of trades in trading zone, which probably will starting today, is because we haven't had any directional, but we don't have any momentum, we don't have any energy, we don't have any rotations. We have a market opening up and then just doing this the rest of the day, opening down and then doing this the rest of the day. We need some back and forth. We need some back and forth like this throughout the day, which I think we're going to be getting. So be very, 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 very cautious. Okay, be very, 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 very cautious. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at to the long side. By the way, long side is back in play. I will be looking for small cap stocks. I just want to be very careful with those. Let me give you stocks to the short side first. Conagra Brands. You got earnings in about a week on this, just FYI. Conagra Brands. STZ, very much related to Conagra Brands, okay? Very much related to Conagra Brands. So only one to a customer, okay? FMC, a lot of consumer staple stocks. So only one to a customer. FMC, I think this was on our list yesterday as well. Richard says, I just want to know what sheet he sent so I could add it to my trading book. Richard, I just posted in a Telegram channel, and it's this right here. I'll post it for you again right here. It's just how I draw those levels. That's all it is. The sheet is empty? No, it's not. It's not empty. Uh, if it was empty, this wouldn't be there. This wouldn't be there. See, look, I'll click on it. And here it is. It's not empty. Not empty. Okay. So just not empty. Okay. So definitely not empty. I got to get out of here pretty soon. Toast, Tost. Last 2 nights ago, yesterday, I was really sleepy. I didn't sleep well the night before. Broke the 200. Finally broke the 200. Toast. Car. PGR. Again, insurance stock. Insurance. Okay. ICE. KView had some news yesterday. Implied volatility still a little high. See how it broke the 200-day moving average? That's in play. I would wait for a pullback to the 200, though. KView right here, look. KView doesn't look bad. Actually, maybe like in another day, I would start looking at KView. Too much implied volatility. Give it another day to cool off. Options will be cheaper. Sheet was good for you as well? Okay, good, good. Now let's do the long side, okay? And I was very, very careful to try to pick stocks that are not overextended. And notice the type of stocks they are. Sienna, not a tech stock, right? CVS, is that a tech stock? Is CVS a tech stock? We obviously know it's not. CLS, I really like this CLS. Is that a tech stock? No. How about Morgan Stanley? Is Morgan Stanley a tech stock? Not last time I checked. ABBV, is that a tech stock? No. Healthcare stock. PSTG, public storage, is that a tech stock? No. How about Docs? Not really much, big tech stock. How about TPR, Tapestry Brands, Coach? Not a tech stock, but a very nice looking stock. How about HWM? Is that a tech stock? It's not. How about Enbridge? Is Enbridge a tech stock? No. Are you guys starting to see where I'm going with this? How about Welltower? Is that a tech stock? No. How about Levi's? Now, we all know that Levi's is no tech stock, right? Unless the world has changed in the last 24 hours. So, yeah, I do too, Richard. I do too. So, without me saying it, do you understand where I'm going with this? I've been showing you how mega caps are overbought, how tech stocks are really overextended right now. Notice the stock that I put in the pit yesterday is not a tech stock, right? Okay. Uh, Now, I have no problem with tech stocks, but the problem is every time I come here and I look for a tech stock, I see this. I see this. I see this. I want to buy around here. I want to buy around here. I want to buy around here. I don't want to buy this. This is craziness, folks. I think everybody understands. Uh, you want me to check BE? I could check BE. Why not? We made good money on BE a few weeks ago. Let's see. Yeah, what am I looking at? I wouldn't put your money in this stock. It's going down 3 days straight while the market's making all-time high. No, no. I would wait for the stock to bottom out. First, I would wait for the stock to get around here. Then I would wait for the stock to come off and start turning around and coming back up and building a base. Right now, it's a falling knife. We don't play falling knives here. We don't do that here. Last time I checked, falling knives will make you into a loser. Matter of fact, that's something I can guarantee will happen to you. If you buy stocks that are going down, you will lose your ass. All right. So, my summary for today. I'm very, very cautious about technology. I'm very cautious that market needs to cool off before going back up. I'm not necessarily turning bearish on you, and I'm kind of a little befuddled by the fact that the stocks that are breaking down are also not technology. So to me, it doesn't look like we're really getting into a bearish climate. To me, it looks like the market just needs to even out before going back up. We have October coming up, and we still have another week in September. September is usually not a great month, and I'm not seeing that amazing follow through. We saw a lot of strength beginning of this month, but now we have a bunch of stocks that are overextended like this, just sitting there. And folks, they need to cool off. Their stocks don't just go straight up like this. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and most of them are exposed to technology. So I would be very, 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 very cautious throughout the entire segment with longs right now. I would start maybe looking for shorts, or I would be looking for stocks that have not experienced this. Or if they've experienced this, we want to see consolidation so that this pressure could be relieved. You understand? And they can catch back up with the 8-day EMA. My bet is starting to see some downside on these because this is just too much too fast. Okay. I like TPR. TPR looks great. Looks good, Bob. All right. FTNT. You want me to look at FTNT? I'll look at FTNT. I got a minute. That's a tech stock. Um, well, you got the 50-day moving average here. So I mean, it's not looking bad. It's actually looking okay, but you got to get above the 50-day moving average. I think whoever asked me to look at this stock didn't have the 50-day moving average. Yes, we are getting towards the end of the month. Anik Kumar, you don't have 50-day moving average. You got to get above here, and then this is your target, and you're in the gap, which is good. If you're going to look for something like this, I would prefer IBM. Look, and I'll show you why. Broke down. Where is it in comparison to the 50-day moving average? Your stock, similar pattern, right? Similar pattern. See this? So when it starts, so here's what you do on it, Kumar. When FTNT starts looking like IBM, compare the two stocks, and see why I like IBM and why I don't like your stock. We're above this area. We're above the 50-day moving average. We're above the VWAP. We're still in the gap. That's a good setup right here. We're way in the gap. That's a good setup. Yours is not. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Please, 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 please make sure to come to the VIP room today. I'll find out if Kane is back alive. UPS for a short. Yeah, last one. I really do have to get out of here. I'm going to be late for work. I've been late to work the last several days, so it's not good. Not yet. It's got to overcome this right here or break down below this. It looks like it could be a nice A line if it starts breaking down. Right now, it's just choppy. I gave small caps. I gave the small caps. Rip and dip. If you want small caps, you're going to have to rewatch this from the beginning, or somebody here will have to post them for you. And lastly, here's the link to Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. That's where you go. Uh, that's where you go. That's where you go for all the good stuff. All right, guys. Bye. I'm assuming they would have told me if he wasn't around today. So I'm assuming Kane is feeling better. Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you all at noon in the VIP room for brand new stocks, how we trade small caps, and debit credit spreads. I'm sure you all will want to do there. I'm not right now, Rock. Thank you, though. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Folks, be careful. We're still overextended. We're still overextended, and I'm just not. September overextended, bonds coming down, volatility starting to spike. I smell a rat. What can I tell you? I smell a big fat rat, one that